everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that may be out of the playoff chase at this point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride. And they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Bengals going up against the Snowhawks. With that, let's get out to the Pacific Northwest in Portland. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Portland Snowhawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, a national championship winner as an Ohio State Buckeye. It's Cardale Jones.
And while his frame may imitate a defensive lineman now playing quarterback, don't get fooled at all, because when you see him throw the football, you know exactly why he's playing the position. Wide receivers love playing with this guy because he gives them a chance to go deep and catch the ball.
They give it to him right up the gut. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Here we go!
Now Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
What a spin. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, Carr. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Throwing Jones. Over the middle here to Coates. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their big tight end, 76 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20. To the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. They find some open field here. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route. And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They'll look to throw here. Surveying the field. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Now Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now back to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, and it's third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on third and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Throwing his Carr on third down. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, How'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
Me the ball.
And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game and they haven't defended him yet.
Carr going to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Carr. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Carr now on first down. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. At the end of one, 14-7 is the score. EA's back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Portland in control of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give him the 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Safarian Jenkins has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On play action, now Carr. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cardale Jones and company heading back on the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
Here we go! Fred 38!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them down.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Beckham.
Whoosh.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw his Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown! Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cardell Jones and company heading back on the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing Jones. Caught Eifert over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And I think Eifert may be in some pain. Staying down following that play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, here to Coates. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down. Going for a right side here. Complete. It's a gain of 14 there. And that enables them to also pick up the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Carr to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Again, it's Carr. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And touchdown! Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The defense working their way back out now onto their home turf. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games. If you're only giving up field goals...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go!
Now Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go!
Throwing Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Automatic first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-cut, and pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
10 yards still left on second down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
That's pulled in at the 32. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals take possession. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So 2nd and 10 here. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now back out comes the offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he's got it up and through. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The defense now getting set and heading back onto the field. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. Who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Let's go. Check. Crunch.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
4 down. Alert.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 38.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. 38.
And they'll run it here. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the 2nd half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Play clock winding down. To throw, it's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, One of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
To throw his Carr, and this is going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian Jenkins, and it's 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
And the play clock's running down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Play clock winding down. Now this time, Carl throw. Time for a break. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bullock will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Fresh set of downs here.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. Here we go.
Throwing Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down now after the pass completion.
Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hey, guys, check me out. Come on, let's go.
Now Jones finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.